So let's have a closer look at this new baby. Let's start from the neck. We get a closer look to the headstock. It has a rolling string tree and locking tuners. After a few days of playing that, I can say that they work quite well. They're reasonably smooth. And this nut works also quite well. Then you can have a look at the fretboard with stainless steel frets. It is quite nice. The body itself, it is flame maple top and sapele body. Quite light, I have to say, and looks nice. Then it has a Wilkinson tremolo. It works quite nice, and guitar stays in tune quite well. 2 humbucker pickups by Roswell. You can have a closer look in them, and they say they kind of vintage type or vintage style, and really I have to say that output of them is quite low. I have to mention that there is push-pull, which splits the coil of each individual pickup, then 3-way switch. Position 1 is bridge pickup, position 2 are both in parallel, and position 3 is neck pickup. That would mean if you split the coil, actually somehow it's loose, you see? Probably I need to fix that. In this position in coil split mode, this one is in single mode, then in middle position 2 coils of those are in parallel, and in this position in coil split mode only 1 coil of bridge humbucker works. Then let's talk about some minor issues I found that. This one you've seen already, it's just a new one. I didn't plan to talk about that, but apparently it happened. Then the quality of bodyworks. Here you see that painting was not done too accurately, and it's just not nice, yeah. Maybe that's the particular example I get. It doesn't affect playability at all. From far away it still looks great, but at closer look disappoints a little bit. Then neck pickup. You see that this one sits in place quite tight, but this is kind of loose. Looks like they forgot to put springs under the pickup, so I have to disassemble that and fix that. The other one, which was already fixed by now, is action. Maybe I'll still tune it a little bit, but it was like literally a finger could be fit between the string and the neck. I didn't like that, and I adjusted the height of the machine, and I had to adjust the toss rod. But thanks to the design of the guitar, the adjustments is done via this hole after 22nd fret, and it's done easily. That's about the disadvantages. Let's then have a look at the electronics. Let me unscrew the arm. Actually, I tightened it in order to make sure it stays in a position I left the bar when I play, and there is a tightening screw here which helps to fix the arm in a position you want. Then let's have a look at the electronics inside. I will unscrew those 4 screws here. 3 screws actually, not 4. And pull it. Soldering is nicely done, very accurate. It is good to see that all the cavity is painted with conductive paint, so actually it gives good shielding to the guitar. It has no hum. And this wire and also this wire, which connects the switch, then the output jack and the switches, all those wires are shielded. Then the port itself, it somehow feels cheap, and you hear when I move that, it creates unpleasant noise. Maybe I will put some grease there, or probably replace for something more versatile. So you hear how terrible the noise is. It is not convenient. It doesn't feel good to me. Even though there are no noise out of that, and it works fine. The three-way switch is a cheap one. Probably I will replace that for something from Schaller sooner or later, but so far for me it's okay. Let me assemble it back. Yeah, one more thing here is that the holes for screws probably made too wide, so you see they are not getting tightened, they just, they don't hold that. Probably later I would need to use super glue to fix that, to make sure that those holes are not worn off. Let's have a look at the neck, at the back. It's quite some nice flame there, and it feels that it is really roasted, so it is almost that brown, dark brown as the body itself. I expected that to be a little lighter, but I don't want to say that it is something disappointing. And minor thing here is that those holes for neck screws are not nicely finished. Doesn't really affect playability or whatever, but could be better. Again, for the price range of 300 something, it is really nice. The flame maple top with wooden binding, so don't be confused. It is not really top, it is just a veneer, so this thickness is not really the maple top, but it's just veneer around the guitar body, which I have to say is done really nice. Apart from this thing here where the painting was not done properly. Yeah, so there are a couple of minor issues here on that guitar which I would easily fix. This one, pot, then this one I cannot fix. But in general I'm very happy with the guitar and how it feels. The neck is really nice and smooth. I like that. Maybe some fine tuning of action, and intonation is still required. Intonation I didn't touch yet, but it feels like some strings are out of tune on higher frets, which implies that intonation is not set up 100%. Maybe because of the fact that it was transported all over the world in different climate zones, temperature zones and humidity conditions. It just needs to stay here in the place I live for a while before I really start to look into the details, but so far I can play and I really enjoy that. Yeah, well, let me just play something for you. Yeah, good thing about the guitar, which implies it has really good wood, is that it sounds and it feels really singing, even being unplugged. Yeah, it is out of tune slightly after all my experiments, but it stays in tune. The next will be tones which I would produce out of this baby. Thanks for watching. Stay in tune, please subscribe and thumbs up.